Hello students, in this part we will do verification of Coulomb's law using Gauss theorem. Okay, so we have learned about Gauss theorem and it tells about the total electric flux through any closed surface. Okay, so and Coulomb's law, that thing we also know, that is force between two charges, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 by r square. And Gauss law, Gauss theorem tells that closed integral E dot ds equal to q enclosed by epsilon 0. Okay, so I'm writing it here that Coulomb's law is force of interaction between two charges, electrostatic force, that will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 by r square. Okay. And Gauss theorem tells that closed integral E dot ds equal to q enclosed by epsilon 0. Okay, so here what we will do, we will use this thing and we will finish here. Okay. So here we will not take q1, q2, we will take one charge q and another test charge q0. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so suppose there is a charge q here, there is a charge q. Okay, this is the charge q. Okay, so first we will find the electric field at a distance r from this charge q. So suppose this is the distance r, so at this point, this is point P, suppose at this point we want to find the electric field intensity first. So here we will use Gauss theorem. Okay, so first thing we have to draw Gaussian surface. Okay, and the Gaussian surface will be symmetric about the charge due to which we want to find the electric field intensity, right? So how the Gaussian surface look like here? So here the Gaussian surface will look like this. Okay, it will be the Gaussian surface here. Okay, so it is a sphere of radius r. Okay, and inside that sphere there is a charge q. So this is Gaussian surface. This is Gaussian surface. Okay, and we want to find electric field at this point on the surface. So first we will draw a small area. Okay, what will be the direction of area vector? That will be in this direction. Suppose this is ds. Okay, and what will be the direction of lines of force due to this charge at this point? It will also be in this direction. Okay, so this is the direction of E. Okay, so now we will write the Gauss theorem. So closed integral E dot ds, that is equal to q enclosed by epsilon 0. What about q enclosed? Q enclosed means the charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface. What is the total charge enclosed by this Gaussian surface? That is only q here. So it is q by epsilon 0. Okay, now E dot ds, dot product means what? Close integral E ds cos theta. Okay, so here what is the angle between E and ds? They are acting in the same direction. Okay, so the angle will be 0 degree. So cos 0 degree equal to q by epsilon 0. Okay, what is the value of cos 0? That is 1. So next step, close integral E ds equal to q by epsilon 0. Okay, then look at here. Every points on the Gaussian surface are exactly at the same distance from this charge. Okay, exactly at the same distance means the electric field intensity at each point on the Gaussian surface will be same. So that means E is constant here. Okay. So constant means we can take this constant term outside of the integration sign. Okay. So E close integral ds equal to q by epsilon 0. Now close integral ds means what? The total surface area. Okay. Integration ds means total surface area. Now it is closed means total closed surface area. So total surface area of the sphere, because the Gaussian surface is a sphere here. So close integral ds will be E into 4 pi r square equal to q by epsilon 0. Okay. So what will be E? Electric field intensity at point P. It will be q by 4 pi epsilon 0 r square. So this is the electric field intensity at point P. Okay. So this is the electric field intensity at point P. Understand? Now we have to find the force on a charge kept at point P due to this charge. Okay. So I am writing this electric field at the top. So it will be, so the electric field at point P E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r square. Okay. Now this is electric field intensity. If we want to write it in vector form, then what will be the vector here? Here this is magnitude. After that there will be a unit vector. In which direction it is acting? In the direction of r vector, radius vector. So it will be r cap. So this is electric field intensity at point P. Now a test charge Q0 is placed at point P. Okay. Now what will be the total electric force on that charge Q0? So therefore force, okay, force on Q0 due to Q will be what? Force means electric field intensity into charge. Okay, electric field intensity at a point into charge placed at that point. So that means here Q0 into E. Okay, so Q0 here I have placed another charge Q0 into E. So that means it will be F Q0 Q vector equal to E equal to this. So it will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q0 by r square r cap. So this is what? This is basically the Coulomb force. This is what? This is basically the Coulomb force. And it is acting in the direction of r when both the charges are positive or both the charges are of same sign. Okay, then it will act towards this direction because they will repel each other. Okay, if there is here we place a negative charge, then the force will act in this direction. Then it will be minus r cap. Okay, so a Q0 Q equal to this when Q0 is positive. Okay, Q though we have taken as positive. So Q0, if Q0 is positive, then this will be the right expression. If Q0 is negative, then there will be a negative sign because the force will act in this direction. This charge will then attract minus Q0 towards itself. That means towards minus r cap. So force on plus charge will be in the direction of r cap. Force on minus charge will be in the opposite direction of r cap. So this thing is basically what? This is the Coulombian force between two charges. F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r square. Okay. So this is the thing, verification of Coulomb's law using Gauss theorem. Okay. So this is the thing. Understand everyone? Every steps. Okay. So in this way you have to write. Okay. Fine.